Coach Kathy's Clips. This month, I am going to talk a little bit about what I put in the newsletter in the first part of it, which had to do with using a neutral tone with someone that you're talking to who is angry or upset or has their own negative tone. And as easy it is to be reactionary and react to that in kind, it's important for you to learn to neutralize your tone because they're not going to hear anything you're saying if you've got your own tone. All right. So I'll give you an example. Let's say you have a teenager and you've asked this child to do a chore and he or she rolls his or her eyes and says, "I'm not doing that. I'm going out." So you might want to react with, "What did you say? What do you mean you're not doing that? If I tell you to do something, you're doing it." All right. I don't know if that's how you'd react, but that could be a scenario. So instead of doing that, you're going to say, well, feel free to go out as soon as this is done. Period. You don't have to, elaborate on it. Just say it and make it neutral. Because if you get into their tone level, now you become part of the problem and they're going to deflect what they aren't doing to something you're doing that's not productive. Another example is with your partner. If all of a sudden his or her volume goes up, instead of saying, "I can't hear what you always scream, you're a rager," or whatever, however you might react, instead neutrally say, "I am having a hard time hearing what you're saying because your volume is very high." Period. Without elaborating. Let your sentence just sit there, okay? Because otherwise you're going to deflect what that person's doing onto you because of your behavior. Let that person sit in their behavior. If you neutralize it, they're more likely to hear themselves rather than get distracted on something that you're doing. Okay, so those are my two examples of how using a neutral tone can affect a relationship in a positive way, and it actually brings your blood pressure down. So I hope you have a good rest of the month, and I'll see you next time.